Hello, I am Maximus, and this is How to Stella number 2. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make a counter that every time you or an object enters it, it'll go up by 1. So, let's get straight into that. So let's say we have our text, and we want it to add 1 every time an object enters the trigger volume. First, what you're going to want to do is set up your text like this. Let's say I want money. So I'll say money equals, and then choose the color of one of these pins. I recommend red. You go like this, and then you type R, and then you type that again. So now it says money equals 0 because that equals 0. As you can see, if we add to it, it changes the number. Now what we're going to want to do is if we want it to, let's say, add more, you go to math chips and get the combinator. And then you just place that wherever. I recommend placing it nearby to your text. Actually, I'm going to scale this down a bit more. So now we have our text. Now, let's say you want it to add up whenever a player enters it. What you do is you're going to want to connect total and zone, because if you do when entering, it might add like 1,000,000. You connect that to there, connect this pin to red, or whatever one you set that to, and then you connect that to this one. And now every time you enter it, it adds 1. Now, if you want to, let's say, change the number back, let's just get a button. Just gonna make it so it's not grabbable. Now, let's say you don't want people to be able, you don't want to, have that much money anymore. All you do is use reset, and it just sets it right back to 0. Now let's say you want it to be an object that enters the zone. You just set it to objects, choose whatever tag you want. I'll do a basketball. You look at the tag, it says basketball, then you filter it by basketball. And now whenever the basketball enters, which I recommend making your thing very thin, when you throw it into the trigger, it adds 1. And that's how you make a little adding system that keeps adding an integer every time it enters. And of course, we have our button that removes it. Now let's say whenever this number equals some random amount, I will quickly do that. Go to math chips, get a comparer, put that right there. And let's say when it equals something, you want to do something. I'm going to set it to 5. And then I'm going to get a sound effect chip so that it makes a sound whenever we've made $5 according to this. I'll do this one. And you see how that is 0, but that is 1? What you want to do is you want to connect that, the one that equals 0, to your sound effect chip, or whatever you set it to. And now, where did I put my, oh. And now, if I get my basketball, and I throw it into that little trigger right there, and I get it to equal 5, as you can see, it plays a sound. You can also change, what you can do is you can go and change it to equals, not equals, greater than, less than, or greater or equal, just whatever. And that's basically it. Now we have our little money system. It'll reset and it'll add 1, and when it equals 5, it'll do something. And that is it for How to Stella number 2. Thank you for watching.